There's so many decisions to make when getting married, and one of those that often falls on women is whether or not to change their names when they get married. We're really lucky we live in a time when women can choose to do whatever they want with their name. They can keep it, they can change it, they can hyphenate it. And the fact that all of these different options are actually options now, I think is so wonderful. Because there was a time not too long ago where women were just expected to change their names and really didn't have a choice in the matter. Ultimately, the name changing tradition has roots in outdated patriarchal marriage constructs. Back in the day, a wedding signified a bride becoming her husband's legal property and thus ultimately losing her own personal identity and name under the law. These old school values are enough to make someone want to avoid the tradition altogether. There's a professional impact that really affects women when they're considering changing their names, and those with careers closely linked with their names may be especially hesitant to go through a name change. While some may feel like their merit or positive reputation is closely associated with their name, others may simply want to avoid the potential confusion that a name change could cause their clients or their coworkers. And of course, there's always an option to change your name personally while keeping your maiden name professionally. And while there's still potential for confusion with this choice, it ultimately comes down to your preference. It's worth noting that the name change game isn't an end all be all with keeping your name or taking your spouse's. So, some other possible options include hyphenating your name. So, hyphens aren't just for Catherine Zeta Jones or Olivia Newton John anymore. Get the best of both worlds and keep your name while also taking your spouse's. Some couples may hyphenate their individual last names along with each other's, while in some cases, just one partner may hyphenate their name. Either way, if you hyphenate, it's best to begin practicing that new elongated signature sooner rather than later. Combining names is kind of a new thing, but allows you to get really creative because if this option is right for you, it could be a lot of fun. Maybe both of you hate your last names, or maybe you simply want to just do a whole new thing in the name changing process together. Many couples who choose to get a new last name together combine both of theirs in some way. But have no fear if you and your partner's names don't mesh well together. Couples can pretty much have their pick of the litter when it comes to changing their last names. And we've said it before and we'll say it again. At the end of the day, the decision comes down to you. You are the only one who has to go by your last name, not your friends, not your family, not your in laws. So, if you're looking to tie the knot, take some time to really consider the points that we've covered here before you decide one way or the other.